listed anything today. I haven't quite really had any sales. I've had one sale on like 4 platforms today, so not much. But again, it's a holiday, so essentially. And let's see if I can find myself. Yes. And let me see if I can turn myself. See if I can find myself. Yes. And let me see if I can turn myself. See if I can find myself. Yes. There we go. Perfect. The veranda files are here. Thank you for being here. I'm going to try and see if I can see the chat. There we go. There we go. So I have just a few things here that I want to get listed. And because I'm probably going to source later in the week so that I can, get your brain together so that I can get as many things listed as I want. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, I hate it when my brain doesn't work. It's gotten better. Hey, Chris. Thanks for being here. I don't know. I was just saying, has the game even started yet? Because I got nothing. I don't know. Kathleen May is here. I'm trying to set this up so it doesn't fall over. There we go. So yeah, what I've been doing lately is listing on eBay whatever clothing item it is, and then not for a few hours. Yeah, see, I don't know. Is it probably like 6:30 or something? So I've been listing items on eBay. Then I will cut and paste everything over to Poshmark. Then I'll cut and paste everything over to Mercari. So it's been taking me a long time to list, but at least it's, on a couple of different platforms that I'm not getting sales on any of them. I did have one sale yesterday on a pair of not your mother's jeans, not your daughter's jeans. See, I don't even know what they're called. That I bought that were new with tags. They were white stretch jeans, and they sold for $40 on Poshmark. So I just have to keep listing. I always spell gauge wrong. I always put it UA instead of AU. I don't know why I can't spell that. I'm usually a pretty good speller. Let's see. I haven't gotten much accomplished today. I hung a pot rack. However, yes, it's really easy to cross post on Mercari. Super easy. I am still liking, yeah, exactly. GAUGE. I always mix the U and the A, and I don't know why. I am still liking clothes. I still like hard goods, and I'm willing to pick those up. As long as they're not gigantic, I'll continue to pick those up. But I am liking clothes, and I tried to think about all the reasons I hated them before, and most of them had to do with my skill set, rather than the fact that they were actually clothes. So I was very not good, and I still make mistakes, but very not good at looking over items before I buy them. So then I get them home and there's a button missing, or there's a broken zipper, or there's a stain or whatever. So that was frustrating for me because I felt like everything that I was picking up wasn't good enough to sell. And then the other thing was not knowing brands, which I'm still learning that stuff every day. I'm not the most stylish person, so sometimes what my style is, and I'm 50, sometimes what my style is not what would be on trend for your millennial. But that all being said, oh, and the measuring thing, I hated measuring, but I have been working on all of those different areas, and I've had friends tell me, especially even Chris Corduroy Fox. She's like, I would say how much I hated to sell clothing, and she said, "Yep, there's money in it," and she's right. There's money in it. So, kind of getting over my dislike of clothing, and actually, I kind of like it now. Um, I do like there's no testing clothes, and and if you need to clean clothes, it's just throw them in the wash, because I buy some things that are so dirty, some hard goods that are so dirty that it just takes a long time to clean them. So um, there are some pluses to buying clothes. Plus, clothes can be valuable. Um, I'm not this so much. This isn't going to be very valuable, but it'll be worth a little bit. Need to get to listing returns. I haven't had any yet, but that being said, I have sold the bulk of the clothing that I've sold over on Poshmark. I have sold some on eBay. No returns yet. Yeah, I love that returns aren't an issue with Poshmark, and I realize that I am kind of setting myself up for returns by listing on eBay. But again, I've tried to be really careful with measuring and really looking for defects. So, um, I'm happy with it. I don't know that I'll ever get into some of the other things like I know Chris sells vintage bed sheets whenever she finds them. Some of them, not all of them. And I can't wrap my head around photographing that and making it look good. She apparently does. But Chris loves her linens, and she knows her linens. Like she knows her brands to look for, or styles to look for. Sometimes it's just a famous subject matter, or a popular subject matter, or a nostalgic cartoon character or something. But I just can't fully get into that yet. And I wonder if Poshmark will ever open up their clothing to linens. I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know that they would, but I guess I need to measure this and get it listed, because I probably will just sit here and talk to you guys instead of actually working, which is what I wanted to get accomplished. But, you get bored. I was watching something about serial killers and trying to figure out why it is that women in my demographic like true crime. I mean, I guess not all of them do, but it seems like a lot of them do. And I don't know if it's just because I'm getting tips. I don't know. Here's a random question. Do you or any other poshers out there report listings that aren't supposed to be on Posh? Me. I'm such a big tattletale. Because it's frustrating. Because I see everything on there. Sometimes I'll randomly type something in, and there will pop up things, and I will report them. Candles, tons of candles, Ray Dunn ceramics, video games, like just stuff that's not even within the realm of fashion at all. And I'll get on a kick, and I'll go in and report a whole bunch. But I don't know if it does any good or not. Found the Flying Cat Sheets brand. Let's see. New and packaged by artist Clibon. Huh. Nice. I'll have to look that up and and see what that's all about. I do have a couple of things downstairs that are listed on Etsy that are like vintage sheets, but they're sealed. They're in the package. That's not something I'm going to take out and spread. Let's see, and have to worry about photographing. I photographed the package. Got my taxes done today. And I'm happy about that. Didn't want to do them. My husband always forces me to get them done because he wants that refund. I only think about it. I would have waited, but I only think about it because he makes me. So we are getting a refund. We are getting a refund because he works. We wouldn't be getting a refund based on what I do, but we will be getting a refund, and we're going to use that refund. Oh, wow. Yeah, Kathleen, you need to get on that. You can't sell them if they're sitting in your death pile. So the refund we are going to use to go on a trip to Toronto in April, and I'm hoping that in April it's warm enough to go to Toronto. Neither of us have ever been to Canada. My husband is going back home for a couple of weeks to visit his family, and I'm going to stay here and hold down the fort. And then when he comes back, we're going to go to Toronto for a couple days, probably 3-4 days. And you're like, why does he get to take the international trip and not you? For one, it's a long flight. It's 21 hours. It's a long flight. And it's expensive. And I've already been there 4 or 5 times. And I'm going to go with my sister to Charleston in June. So I get to take my own little vacation. So I'm fine with not going. I will help celebrate my daughter's birthday while he's gone and hang out with my sister and, whatever. I may paint my bedroom, the bedroom that I've been trying to paint for, I don't know, 2 years. Yeah, Charleston sounds like it's going to be fun. Yes, you need to come and help me paint my bedroom, Chris, and we'll just make a day of it. Because otherwise, I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to just do it. I've got everything but the paint. Like I've got all the rollers and brushes and pans and all that, ladder, everything. I just need to buy paint. So let me know when you want to do it. If you want to do it while he's gone, we can do it then in April. So I've got to put a video up on my other channel about oh yeah, we could do a sleepover totally. Got a king size Tempur-Pedic. I almost said a king size temperamental. I got a king size temperamental. Oh yeah, girly rom-com sounds good. So I need to put a video up on my other channel, which I haven't done, about my little weight loss journey thing. I think this is week 5 or week. I think next week starts week 6, and I've lost 13 pounds so far. So it's slow and steady. I'd like to be, good 20 20 pounds more by the time we go on vacation at the end of April. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My husband is down 23 pounds, something like that, 23 pounds. He's only 7 pounds away from his goal. I'm more than 7 away from my goal. Oh, well. I'm older. I'm female. I'm menopausal. It's just going to take me longer. And that's just the facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad. You do both, and there you have the facts of life. It is way much easier for men due to their muscle to muscle ratio. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate you being here. Stephanie is somebody I worked with 115 years ago in retail, and now she has her own Etsy store where she makes crocheted things. And she used to do soap and stuff. I'm not sure if she still does that. But yeah, Stephanie, are you doing vegan? Because I know you've been dieting as well. I think you're doing vegan. Stephanie is like a gymaholic too. She's always in the gym. So but she's lost a ton of weight. She looks great. I wish I was nearly as dedicated to working out as she is, but I'm never going to be because I hate it. I hate it. Still vegan, but trying vegan low carb now, which is a little more of a challenge. I went the other way. So I had this whole thing about vegan being the only way to go. I bought all the vegan cookbooks. I have them downstairs. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make myself go vegan. I just was miserable. So I completely flipped the other way and went keto, which is mostly green vegetables, meat, and dairy. And it seems to be working for you. Yeah. Ahmed just bought me that Nintendo Switch thing, and I'm supposed to be exercising with that. I've done it a little bit, but honestly, my knees are still not in a place where they can take much. So I'm trying to go easy on them. Because there was that old, what is his name, Tall Bachman song back in the 90s about appreciate your knees, you'll miss them when you're gone. It's true. Because I do miss my knees. Hoping they'll recover a little bit, though. It totally depends on what the exercise is, though. The gym is tough for me. I don't like to swim. Yeah. I totally understand. I haven't had sugar since I started this diet. I haven't had a crumb of bread, and I'm okay. You know, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Oh, no wonder I'm not having any sales. A bunch of my stuff ended. Yeah, I better relist these 163 items. Just, it feels so good. Just having enough mojo back to get to, just, to be listing and taking care of business. Swimming, I'm not a big fan. I used to do it much more when I was younger. My husband swims like a fish. I'm just not a sugar bread sandwich with butter on it. I'm just not into swimming. I don't like being wet. And I've got a bathing suit that I haven't worn in 6-7 years. I just don't care about it. Vegan is easy for you, but low carb, I'm not sure about. I eat way too many bananas. I think my husband is right there with you. He eats three or four bananas a day. But he's very calorie conscious, and he's almost cut out all meat products. We have had fish and shrimp the last 2 Fridays, but other than that, he doesn't eat meat. Like tonight, he'll have just some plain boiled potatoes. Doesn't that sound good? But he'll eat that and some sliced tomatoes, and be done with it. I don't know what it is, Chris. The older I've gotten, the less I care for swimming. And I have a pool here at the complex. Never been to it. Don't even know how to access it. Sometimes I wish my active listings would just show up. It's kind of funny because I love the beach. But I can go and never get in the water. Swimming's my favorite. Yeah. There we go. So over a year ago, I bought this box. It was a Ziploc box like this. And I hate the ocean and the beach. On eBay, just under 300. But I bought this little box full. I think she means me. But it's close. I've been called Kiss Sandy before. Cat Sandy, yeah. I don't even know where Cat Sandy is. I don't know. He must be out over playing with Dixie. I bought this Ziploc box that had communion cups in it. And it was $2, and it just had a slew of communion cups in it, glass ones. I haven't seen it yet. So today I sold the last batch of those communion cups for $19 shipped. There were 72 in that box, and later I found an additional 15. So I've made a killing on this $3 investment. It's crazy what people will buy. Let's see. So Holly, I think, is going to have a gender reveal party for this last baby, and I hope it's the last baby. And it's themed Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, slew is about 90, I think. Definitely a slew of communion cups. That's 90. Now, if you're talking about a mess, like a mess of corn or a mess of green beans, that's completely different. But I got to figure out how to do a good Nightmare Before Christmas cake with the color inside. So the plan is when we go to the ultrasound, I get to know what the sex is. She doesn't. So the reveal will actually be to her too. So fun, fun, fun. So 9 empty PC game boxes for $95. Found them in free pile stuff, 14 up for sale. I love stuff like that. I love finding stuff like that where it looks like trash to some people, but you could totally sell it to somebody else. Sounds like fun. I hope it will be fun. I'm going to Kentucky tomorrow. My sister has put her house up for sale, and she wants me to come down and help her stage. So I'll be doing that all day tomorrow. It'll be a long day. I'll leave about 7:30, and I'm hoping to get home by about 9 tomorrow night. I should be listing tomorrow, but when duty calls, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, I flat pulled the tape right off the. Okay. We'll just seal this with a sticker. Go. Think about all of the football stuff that's happening today. Makes me want some hot wings. Hot wings were the best. Not even hot wings. I don't like hot wings. I like chicken wings with no heat to them whatsoever. Oh, you have hot wings in the oven? Yeah. That's what I would do too, Chris, if I had friends, local friends. I would probably be hosting today. Spicy garlic and buffalo. I like buffalo. I like the flavor of buffalo. I just don't like heat. So I watched on the Reseller Revolution the other day, yesterday, I think, about how much traffic there is on Mercari, and is it worth posting here? If you get a chance, you should go watch it. Reseller Revolution, and it was pretty interesting stuff. It was done by Cindy, because there's a whole bunch of those girls. Chris just turned me on to the station, the channel, the station, because it's 1952. The channel on YouTube, but it's all people it's mostly people that I knew from other places like Instagram and other avenues, Facebook groups and stuff. And it's and I like that Cindy did it because Cindy is very analytical. I am not at all analytical. So she is able to mine the data and then synthesize it, if you will, and like give me her impression of it. So it was a really good video. I really enjoyed it. Do you need rabbit ears? Yeah. And you know it's going to, be staticky for that station. All right. That's one listing on 3 platforms. Can we get 2? Let's see. She is a sharp cookie. That is correct. 281 listings to be exact on eBay. Since you asked, and now I'm curious. I don't think I can look. I can't look on. Let's see. Wayne Bryant. Point. See if I can find the shirt. Lane Bryant is not one of my favorite brands to buy, but I've had this shirt for a long, long time. I had it listed on eBay for at least a year, and I decided to pull it down and rephotograph it and relist it. I should have saved my listing, but I did not. Don't do impressions. You are an impression. Tiered something. Tiered that. I don't even know how to describe this. It's from November of 16. I hope it's still relevant. Let's see. Look up the Googs. Well, that didn't help. Crazy how you can just change the keywords just the slightest bit and get completely different results. None of them are the shirt I'm looking for, but they're different results. So my husband and I have been watching Lucifer on Netflix as our go-to show. We're about episode 3 in the 3rd season, which is the last season. And it's going to wrap up, and then I have to find yet another show that we can watch, because it, can't be too intellectual because his intermediate English is not good enough to really get it. Here's my shirt. Cool. So it's always a struggle. Typically what I do is just say, Holly, what did you watch that's good? And Holly generally lets me know. This is exactly my shirt. Now, I have not done Ozark yet. What is stopping me from watching Ozark? Is it semi-funny but a drama? Because that's sort of My bag, baby. Which is what Lucifer is. It's so damn good. I guess I'll just have to bite the bullet and do it. Very dark with comedy sprinkled in. Yeah. It's kind of what this is. And I like Jason Bateman. I don't know why there's just something about it that's turning me off. And usually if I just go ahead and start watching it whenever I feel that way. Lucifer was a complete turnoff to me too. But Holly watched it, said it was good, so I'm like, well, I'll watch it. He was really funny in Identity Theft with Melissa McCarthy. Such a funny movie. Weather's nicer today than it has been in weeks. Started watching the Sabrina show on Netflix. This is not your mama's Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Really? I have seen Sabrina before. I did not watch Sabrina per se. But I've seen the advertisements for it. The thumbnail for it, I should say. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Much darker actress from Mad Men. The daughter is amazing. That's an episode. That's a series I need to watch front to back. Is Mad Men. I've seen episodes of it, but I've never seen the whole thing. I've been watching that show on Amazon Prime. What is it called? The Amazing Mrs. No. Miss Maisel. Is that what it is? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. There's a second season. I think I watched the first part of it, but I haven't followed through with it. I'm very fickle with TV. I'll admit it. Yeah, Miss Maisel. Yep. That's good. Yeah, that one's like a drama, I think. If I watched all the things that I wanted to watch, I wouldn't have time to do anything else. I'm watching The Golden Girls on Hulu, front to back, but I've seen most of those already anyway. They're still fun though. I made myself a steak for lunch and I'm so full. Almost need a nap. I don't know why it's so quiet, but I guess that's probably because I'm the only one talking. It's so much nicer when you have somebody online with you. But I don't. So I just appreciate you guys being here and settling for what you're getting right now. The thing that I enjoy the most about the Super Bowl is the commercials. So after all the hype dies down and it's over and it's tomorrow and people can talk about what happened, and I'll watch all the commercials online because they're pretty brilliant most of the time. Yeah, I gotcha. I wasn't trying to put any pressure on you. I know that you were expecting company this morning when you were posting online. So no worries. I'm only going to stay long enough to get 5 things listed. However, at the rate I'm going, it could be another 2 hours. This is number 2, but getting them. And I want to know, who does number 2 work for? Of course, I'm cross-posting it. So Maroon 5 at halftime. That's not a bad halftime show. So I don't know how. Well, I sort of know how. I missed all the fallout of that fire, like festival that was supposed to happen on this island in the Caribbean. I don't know how I missed like everything about that and how it was such a disaster and everything. But I know that they have documentaries on Hulu and on Netflix about it. I guess I do know how I missed it. I missed it because I am not on the cutting edge or the bleeding edge of anything. So I just heard something about it. yesterday. I've seen like the word FYRE referenced a few places, but I didn't know anything about it. It's like Coachella. I get that it's a thing. I have no idea. Oh, really? Um, it's FYRE. That was the name of the festival, and it was like a total cluster. Oh, okay. Coachella is a music and arts festival. See, I had no idea. Um, yeah, and I won't hold my breath on seeing that. I don't go to the state fair. I doubt that I would go to a festival where there's 250,000 people. Call me a stick in the mud, but it's just the way I am. You know, I need a lake house. Yes, too many humans in one place. I agree. I'm more of a sit in solitude, play my little games, whatever they may be at the time, and not fuss too much. I think this is so pretty. This tunic with the embroidery. That's my size. I guess if I'm this close to listing, I should probably just list it and not consider keeping it. Of course, if I wore this, if I wore this white shirt, I'm sure that I would embellish it with like some barbecue sauce or I don't know, maybe some mustard or something like that. Because I certainly like to embellish my clothes with whatever I'm eating at the time. Makes me sound like a dirty slob, but eating is serious business. I don't always have time to use my manners. Oh, that youngish looking guy that looks like a criminal. He looks like a preppy kind of white collar criminal. That's what he looks like. But I digress. They said in one of the little snippets that I saw that he could be facing up to 10 years in jail. Or maybe he's already been sentenced. I don't know. I should probably watch the documentary and figure that out. Bill McFarland. He looks like Seth MacFarlane. Wonder if there's any relation there. That would be interesting. I wonder if he's related. And Seth MacFarlane was like, dude, don't use my name for anything. Huh. I don't think anybody knows except Seth MacFarlane. But they do look a lot alike. Seth MacFarlane, if you don't know, is the creator of shows like Family Guy and American Dad and those, and he does all the voices. Yeah, he doesn't look like a very nice person, that's for sure. Not exactly somebody you'd want to date your daughter. He's your classic con artist, and people like that are hard to reform. That's just crazy talk. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You know, what do you do with somebody like that? Those people will never get their money back, unfortunately. And he got to party on their dime, and the whole thing was just a hot mess. Let's see here. All right, see ya. Have fun at your Black Panther party, or your, you know, your football party. See how hip I am. Your football party. Signed up for Pirate Ship yesterday, which is a postage site where they charge you by the cubic foot or by the actual size of the package, I guess. I think Chris has used it before. Because I decided to give free shipping on my items in my first class items in Mercari, because I can ship it for less than what they charge. So I just incorporated that charge into the price of my item. And so I logged on there, or signed up there, so maybe I could save even more. I'm all about the saving. So. I'm hoping Pixie will come out so you can see our new kitty. I don't know if I showed her before. Let's see. I love cabbie clothes because they always put the style number 3158 in there on their tag so you can figure out what it actually is. Camo pullover. See, I knew that this was a pattern that I recognized, but I couldn't figure it out. It's like it's not animal print. What is it? Well, it's camo. It's just not in camo colors. Interesting. Cabbie. Let's see what this thing's selling for. So everything that I've heard about cabbie is pick this tag up and not the older one. You can see that. The older one is a long tag, not a square one like this, because they sell better. And it looks like this sweater used is selling anywhere from the lowest prices I'm seeing are $15, and it's on up to $50. So definitely consider picking up cabbie if you're doing used clothing. I wish I could just talk without the breaks, but my brain just doesn't work that way. I was born this way. Just me and Lady Gaga. Let's see. I am going to list this. It says medium. I'm going to list this sweater for about $38. And I don't feel any shame about that. At all.
It's 4:52.
Oh gosh, I've been here for an hour already. So I think I'm going to jump off. Yeah, so that I can get my husband's supper done. I didn't realize it had been an hour already. And I will see you guys this week later. I should be maybe hosting something or having a working hangout. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you on this holiday, this Super Bowl Sunday. Bye, guys.